speaking of Borderlands and let's see, what was another bad movie this year? We had The Crow, which we all went and saw, um, which was horrible, horrible. Are there any other bad movies out there, guys? Uh, all right, I'm going to warn our audience right now.
Bad movies.
I mean, we're gonna commit a mortal sin here. All
right, so hold on. All right,
that.
let's state this up front, boys and girls. This is a warning. None of us has saw this movie, but we have all seen enough information about this movie that we don't want to see it. And this is what I'm referring to this as a non-review, but here's the thing. We're going to spoil it because I read what the ending of the movie is, and it's why I'm so pissed off. If you don't want to be spoiled for Joker 2, then bail now. If you saw the movie and you liked it, you're not going to like anything that we're about to say, and you're going to sit there and go, "Well, you haven't seen it. Fuck you." And fuck Todd Phillips. So and that is where I'm at right now.
Right. And let's just and Thrawn Kill is actually throwing a log on the fire. Hellboy, right? The new Hellboy movie just went straight to digital. So here's the thing. There have been so many bad movies lately, and Hollywood is in such a slump artistically, imaginatively. Like all these movies, they're only coming out to make a profit, meaning they're going for those 4 quadrants. They're not putting out a movie to entertain or to really, to put out something cool. So it's getting to the point where why are we spending our time trying to go and see these movies and wasting our time and torturing ourselves when, when we could be doing something more important, like, I don't know, filing our nails, something more enjoyable, like filing our nails, right? The thing is that so many people have already seen this, and as on our notes say, they're all walking out of the show just like they were with The Crow.
Right.
We can report that this is happening. I understand Don's side that, we may be, it feels like we're committing a sin. We're reviewing a movie that we haven't seen, but we're not really reviewing the movie. We're reviewing the reaction to the movie.
We're warning our audience.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't see the piece of shit come out of the asshole, but we clearly see the shit on the ground, and we're going to.
And we smell it. We smell it.
Right. We smell it. It does not smell good.
I want to start with this. The first Joker movie, which, again, I understand the movie. It's a piece of art in itself. It won 2 Academy Awards. Joaquin Phoenix won for Best Actor. It won Best Score. It was nominated for 9 altogether. It was made for $70 million and made over $1 billion. So it was a no-brainer that the people at Warner Brothers want a sequel to this. Like, that's the whole thing. But in my mind, was the first movie a Joker movie? No, because it was a Joker movie in name only. So I was like, I'm not so sure I want a sequel. And then they said it's going to be a musical. And then they said Lady Gaga is going to be it. I'm like, what are they doing? Like, this doesn't make any sense. And the movie comes out. And now, because you've got Lady Gaga in it, and you've done more production, it's now a $200 million budget. And, like, we got to get into all this. So let me just... Okay, so right. So there's an article I included that there are people walking out of this movie, right? Like, all over the place, people are reporting this, that the beginning half of this movie is very heavy musical. Like, it's musical throughout, but there's a lot of music stuff, and people are being turned off by that, and they're getting up and they're walking out. And one of the issues that I heard, I don't know how true this is because he played Johnny Cash and I haven't seen it, is that Joaquin Phoenix doesn't sound good singing, and he's singing in the movie. And I kind of said to the person who said, "Oh, well, didn't he play Johnny Cash?" I'm like, but did he actually sing the Johnny Cash songs, or were they recordings of Johnny Cash that he was lip syncing over? Like, I don't know. So maybe
Or did they have voice coaches and everything like they've done in other movies?
Right. And then they were just like, no, go ahead and do your thing. I don't know. I didn't see it. But one of the things I pointed out is this is a musical, and Lady Gaga's in it. And in none of the advertising for this has there been a video of any of the songs that are in this movie. And usually they do that with musicals. They at least, whatever the main song of the movie is, they put that up out there for people to see, to promote and get people excited about the movie. They didn't do that. So I have to imagine the music is really bad in this movie. Like, let's put that out on Front Street.
Yeah, that is actually very telling because, like you're right. Any kind of movie like this, I keep thinking of Frozen, right? Like there's a big musical number on that. It's going to be on the radio. It's going to be on top 40 radio. We're going to have a YouTube video of it, something. And for a musical and for nothing like that to come out, like you can't even hear the music like on the trailers and shit very much.
No.
So, like, yeah, you're right. That's to be a musical and for that not to happen. But you're also right. It's a no-brainer because as an analyst, if I look and I say, okay, well, this movie franchise, it made 1 billion. So if we lose 75% of our audience on the sequel, we're still going to make over 200 million, and it costs 55 million to make. So, like, they can still make they're still going to make beans, but I think they lost more than 75% of the audience. So that's the miscalculation that's going to fuck them.
Well, so go ahead, John.
Okay. So here's a lot of things that I've heard about the movie. First,
okay, wait. We're going to get to all that. Let me do the numbers real quick because I think this is important as well. All right.
Yeah.
So $200 million budget. Hold on, I have it on my phone. $200 million budget, but opening weekend, as of this recording, is only made $120 million. So they haven't made their budget back yet. Right? That's very telling. That's, I think, a very important factor. The other is the numbers, right? The reviews. Rotten Tomatoes, 33% critic score, 30% audience score.
Yeah, when do you ever see that aligned like that?
Yeah, when is that aligned? When was the last time that aligned? It's not good.
Kassan said it made 112 million opening weekend, but that's got to be combined, not just domestic, right?
Well, it's 100. I got 120 million off Box Office Mojo. Are you talking, Kassan? Are you talking the first one or the second one? And
yeah, worldwide 121, right? Okay.
I did pull a audience poll, and I asked a very simple question: did you see Joker 2? I'm not going to bother trying to say the French. And
Folie
did you like it?
Folie Dukes.
And the options are: I didn't see it. I saw it was good. I saw it was okay. I saw it was terrible. Well, I saw it was okay, got 2.6% of the vote. I saw it was good, got 10.5%. I saw it was terrible, got 31.6% of the vote, and the majority, 55.3% of our audience, didn't see it. Like, because they're hearing these reviews and people are avoiding this movie like the plague. It's that simple. And it's funny too, because then Todd Phillips came out and said, I'm done with DC. I'm not going to direct any DC movies. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, really.
This movie's going to fail terribly. They're not going to want you back.
Well, it's not entirely his fault, because again, we were just talking about how Hollywood is bereft of any new ideas and everything. They saw how much the first one made, and they said, let's make a sequel.
But I think, and this is we're going to get into this, but you can tell me the things you've heard. But I think because it was made for $70 million and made $1 billion, Warner Brothers said, Todd, do whatever you want. And that's why we got the movie we got. This is not a studio interference. This is Todd Phillips with some kind of weird vision that no one else gets.
Okay, it's either he gave us a really bad movie because he didn't want to do. I've heard that it just nobody was really interested in making this project except the studio because
that's the conspiracy theory. The conspiracy theory, hence the episode title. He made a bad movie on purpose.
Right. Yes. Which goes towards the ending, which we haven't mentioned yet. But
all right. So what were some of the?
Why would you do that though? Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah. Why? I don't know. That's a good question. That is a really good question.
Well, all right, fine. I will say what I've heard. Todd Phillips didn't want the Joker movie to be a comic book movie, but comic book fans ended up loving the movie. So he made this as an FU to the people who loved the first movie, because they were like, you didn't get the point of the movie. You don't understand what this really is. So fuck you. And here's my sequel. Okay, spoiler, you're going to kill off your main character, Joker, at the end of the movie, and him actually say in the movie, I'm not Joker, that's just a persona. That's exactly what you're doing. You're saying, these two movies don't matter. Fuck you. I'm out.
Well, go ahead, and we can put up Kassan's thing.
Well, we still got a garbage movie, Kassan, so I don't know how.
So Kassan says, I heard the opposite. The studio wanted it. Joaquin slowed down production to rewrite.
Slowed down.
Yeah, slowed down the production to rewrite the garbage script. And here's the thing. There are so many rumors floating around about this. That's also a sign that this thing was a shit show behind the scenes.
Phoenix famously does not do sequels. So that's the other thing. Why did he do this movie? Why would you win an Oscar and then do a sequel that invalidates the first movie?
Yeah, I'm starting to think that you're absolutely right, David. This really was like a big fuck you, because to me, the greatest sin of this, and spoiler, I can't spoil a movie I didn't even see. So you mentioned the Joker dies.
Yes.
Do you care if I mention how he dies, or at least how I understand he dies?
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So he's in prison, and he's got a cellmate, and the cellmate asks him, hey, you want to hear a joke? And he says, yeah. And so the cellmate then stabs him, kills him.
Yes.
And then that cellmate gives himself what they refer to as a Glasgow smile, like Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yep.
So if they trying to say that this Joker is the inspiration for
Heath Ledger's,
Christopher Nolan's Joker, that's blasphemous. If that, that's very blasphemous to me. That's like a big fuck you, fuck that movie, fuck that character. I think you're right, man. This guy's on something. In the studios, just were completely unaware of it. He's like, you believe these motherfuckers are going to give me another 100 million?
But it also it begs the question: executives had to have watched it, and they went, "Yeah, this is good." I feel
because they're out of touch.
I feel like they went. The first one made $1 billion. People are just going to go see this based on that period.
Oh, look, we got Lady Gaga too. So look at that.
Yeah,
all people like Harley Quinn.
Hey, they released Les Miserables, and look at the singing in that. I mean, it's just the studio execs have no idea what they're looking at.
She's not Harley Quinzel in it. She's not Harley Quinzel. I can't remember her character's name, but it's and that's one of the things in the movie too, right? They have this relationship because she's in love with the Joker persona, and that's when he goes, "Oh, I'm not the Joker. That's just a character I'm playing, basically. And she's like, that's when she leaves him. And it's like, well, like,
which
yeah,
is
that's
just fucking stupid. Just
yeah.
if it was going to be this like desperate love story, right? But it's not even that.
But she was
Not
leading him
even
along
that.
the whole time. Like, the whole point of the Joker Harley relationship is an abusive relationship. Joker broke Harley Quinn, who was a doctor, a
Right.
psychologist, and then basically, is just abuses her the whole time. This was like the opposite. She was abusing him. She was leading him along. It was, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Seed Art says Falling Down by Michael Douglas is a better movie than Joker. Yeah.
Well,
I love Falling Down.
Yeah, Falling Down was good. And the Joker was good too. The first movie was surprisingly inventive and interesting. And I liked that movie. But the second one, like we said, it seems like nobody wanted it except some highfalutin execs, and it got made.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like to make this movie as a sequel to the first movie that people loved, and to have the main character go, "Well, I'm not the Joker," and then get killed. It's like, why? In fact, it's funny. I'll tell you a story. My girlfriend was at work, and one of her coworkers said that she was thinking about going to see the movie, but that her boyfriend didn't want to see it. And my girlfriend said, "Well, go see the movie. Like, why do you have to? Like, you don't have to go with him. Just go by yourself if you want, or go, or take a friend or whatever." And she's like, "Oh, I don't know. He's saying there's some bad things about it." So she ends up looking into it. And my girlfriend looked into it too, and she found an article that explained the end of the movie, and right away texted me and said, "There's no fucking way I'm going to go see Joker 2, and I'm not going to see the first one either now because this is ridiculous. Why
Oh,
would
and
you
that's
do this?"
sad.
Yeah.
That's sad because the first one is definitely worth a good watch. Okay. Again, this is one thing we're not going to agree on, but that's fine because everybody has their different tastes. I thought it was inventive. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was, I mean, it's still a takeoff on what was the original movie that it, oh God, my mind just blanked. The comic, the sad comic movie. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Sad comic movie. You mean
Everybody
King of Comedy?
Yeah, King of Comedy, right? So,
which is what the Joker basically was based on,
right? So it's a little bit derivative of that, but I don't know. I thought it was good. A lot of people thought it was good. It's worth a watch. It's kind of a roll of the dice whether you like it or not. But if you do like it, you'll like it a lot. If you don't like it, you will, well, you don't like it. It's not your cup of tea. But the second one seems to be nobody's cup of tea. And in fact, it seems to be a cup of sludge, and nobody really likes it at all.
Thrawn says, "Falling Down is my manifesto." Thrawn, I am now scared of you.
Thrawn, Falling Down is becoming everybody's manifesto with our current economic situation.
Well, okay.
What can I tell you?
But having said all of that, I also kind of feel like if you look at Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, which feel like the inspirations for Joker, they're movies that did not need sequels. Joker was a movie that didn't need a sequel. Like,
true,
it told its story and it was done. And like, I agree that if the studio forced a sequel on him, there's a good reason. There could be a good reason why he's then like, you know what, screw this. Like, fine, I'll make it. But he can always say no, right?
Always say
Todd Phillips
no.
could always say no. So it kind of begs the question about what's the word I'm looking for? Integrity as a filmmaker. Like, he could have just said, you know what? No, I said everything I wanted to say in Joker, which then leads me back to the theory of like, he feels like people didn't get the message of the first one, so he stuck his middle finger up to all of those people to say, okay, nope, it's just a persona. People shouldn't idolize him. We're going to kill him off and be done with it.
Or maybe he was sticking his middle finger up to the execs. You know, it's like, okay, so you're gonna give me double the pay to make a movie, and if I don't do it, then you'll just give it to somebody else who's gonna ruin it anyway. So how about I just make a really bad movie, just piss everybody off with the ending to show that nothing matters, and then walk away.
Yeah,
because if he had said no, they would have found somebody else to do it. You know?
Yeah, that is true too. Like, you're right. Like, he could have said no. Well, you know what? You're right. You're bringing up a very good point, because that's how studios work. It could have been, make this movie. We own the rights to everything, so we want you to make the sequel. And he said no, and they're like, well, we'll just get someone else to do it. So he's like, okay, fine, but don't interfere with what I'm doing. That is actually, a good point.
So he decided, okay, you're gonna make this movie come hell or high water. Well, I'm not gonna let anybody else ruin it. I'm just going to ruin it myself and make sure that you never make another one.
Yeah.
It's an expensive way to say lose my number.
Yeah, well, but they paid him to do that, so
C-Dart is talking about the vigilante from New York City in the 80s that a lot of that stuff was kind of like inspired from Taxi Driver.
Son of Sam, Bernard Getz, and all that other stuff. But again, that it was more King of Comedy and everything, because the whole point was it was kind of a psychological screwing up of your mind to watch this happen to somebody and somebody to literally go mad in front of you.
Right. And that's the whole thing. It's about a descent into madness, which I do think that was the story of the first one. It was a descent into madness, and then people idolized this character who, as C. Dot points out, like, shot someone on the subway, right? Like, that was taken directly in this movie, and it's in the first one, and people idolized him like they idolized this vigilante in the 80s. I get that, and like, I'm not going to deny that was a big part of the first movie, but then to turn around and do this because people didn't quote unquote get it, it's like, you know what? Take your Academy Awards, take your paycheck from the first one, and just move on.
Let me address this quote by Kassan here.
Sorry, I clicked on it.
A question to the panel: what if the movie clears 600 million in the box office, and what does that tell us? And will we see a Joker 3? Well, if it clears 600 million, then all it tells us is that the people that like the Transformers movies are more flexible than we thought. And we'll probably see a Joker 3 in that case. And it'll be sad.
That is a brilliant observation. That is such a fucking brilliant observation. I'm sorry, Don.
How dare you?
I don't include Bumblebee or Transformers 1 in that. But the rest of the movies were not
great. How is that some sort of prompt to throw shade at my Transformers movies?
I didn't throw shade. I said it outright in the sunlight.
Right. True.
Will this benefit from the Streisand effect? Asks Hassan. He says a negative press will pique interest. I don't think so, because Hassan, here's
because it's a musical and no song came out of it. It's shit.
Yeah.
Here's and I'm going to be serious about this. A lot of times, articles like on the Hollywood Reporter or the New York Times or whatever newspaper you follow, they avoid trying to spoil movies at all costs, right? Because like they want you to go. They're going to tell you to go see it. I have read so many articles that spoiled the end of this movie because people writing these articles are pissed off about the movie. They don't want people to see it. I don't think there's no interest to peak. Like people are reading the ending and going like, ugh, I don't want to see it. Like I feel like nah, this is it. Like it's. I could be wrong. We'll see. We will report the numbers next weekend, but I don't think it's gonna make. I think it's done. I don't think there's people.
All you need to do is go on YouTube, do a search for Joker 2 review, and just look at the thumbnails, and that'll give you an idea.
Yeah, this bitch will be on Max in 2 weeks. Like it's finito.
Done.
Transformers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Transformers a movie, 1986 cartoon is better than Transformers 1. Okay, great, but not to me. Optimus Prime came out alive in Transformers 1 and not 1986.
Transformers 1 was way better than it should have been. I really liked it. And it honors the history, like it's more it's more to the canon now. Like it's all part of the canon, and I think it's a good inclusion. Transformers 1 is well worth watching.
It was fun. I thought it was a fun movie. I don't think people understood. Okay. Yeah, wait. You read Don and I both read that as Transformers, the first Transformers Michael Bay movie. But yeah, he probably meant Transformers 1, the new cartoon, which I won't disagree with that.
Animated movie, not a cartoon.
Right. Versus the two animated movies, I do prefer the 1986 movie. But I do think Transformers 1 was a fun movie, regardless if you dislike Chris Hemsworth or not. I think, I had fun watching it. John, are you dodging your role you've been volunteered for? DM session when? I think he's trying to change the subject.
John, I'm with Kassan. I could get. I'd like to play some D&D. It's time to roll another monk. Come on.
Yeah.
See, Dart says, what is the biggest DC Comics book movie flop? Wonder Woman 84, Jonah Hex with Josh Brolin and Megan Fox. That's a good question. I think technically Birds of Prey was bad. Oh my god, DC should stop making movies. Technically, financially, I do think the biggest flop was Justice League, just because it was the most expensive movie they made, and it didn't make anywhere near back its budget in the box office. So, because it had to make over $1 billion just to break even, and it didn't get anywhere near that. So, I do think technically their biggest flop is Justice League, but they have had some stinkers. Forgot about Jonah Hex, actually. And yeah, Wonder Woman 84, but that came out during the pandemic. Right?
Jonah Hex wasn't bad compared to Wonder Woman 84. Wonder Woman 84 was stupid. Jonah Hex was at least a good try at a Western,
right? But again,
a DC theme.
I do think you can't count Wonder Woman 84 because it was released on Max during the pandemic.
No, because Kassan's got it. Yeah.
The biggest flop was unreleased Batwoman.
Yeah.
Or
Batgirl,
or whatever they. Yeah.
Or sure.
You mean Batgirl? Batwoman was the TV show. Yeah. Okay. You said or Batgirl, whatever they called it. Yeah, it was Batgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't released. So yeah, I mean, because you made no money from it. So all right, fine, Kassan, you win. So long story short, don't go see this movie.
Yeah.
Save your money. It'll be on Max in what are we predicting here? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
I'm saying 2 weeks it'll be there.
Yeah.
Hassan,
What's
you get the
what's your
famous
prize? You get the famous no prize.
yes.
We all grew up on Marvel Comics. You get the no prize. Sorry, that's how it works. Just the pride of knowing you were right. Thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.